Hello everyone! Today we'll be learning how to make a Luca game in Scratch 3.0. Luca is a film produced by Pixar. I like the movie very much, so I have made a game on it. In the game, Luca can swim, dodge the divers whom they call surface monsters. If we keep dodging Luca from the surface monsters, we win. But if the surface monsters are capable to catch Luca, we lose. As you remember in the last video, I asked you a riddle. The answer to that riddle is blackboard. So now let's start making the game. First, you can download an image of Luca from the internet. I have taken this image. The link will be given down in the description. Also, you can select a backdrop of your choice. I have taken the sea backdrop. So now let's do the coding of Luca. First, when the flag is clicked, we want to take forever. And then take the if block and duplicate it and put it beneath it under forever. So at the beginning, when the up arrow key is pressed, we want Luca to go up. So go to sensing and take the up arrow key pressed. And then duplicate it and put it in the second cell as the down arrow key pressed. You can also use the WASD combination. I'll be just using the up arrow key and the down arrow key combination. So first, when the up arrow key is pressed, we want it to go upwards. So for that, we want to change y by 10 and then duplicate it and put it in the second one as change y by minus 10. So when the down arrow key is pressed, it will go downwards. Now also, if Luca is touching the edges of the screen, we want it to bounce. So if on edge, bounce. Now we can upload some surface monsters, or also known as divers. You can upload the purple one and also the orange one. You can make them big, like 130%, and both of them, and put it where you want. I'll be placing the orange one here and the purple one here. So now let's do the coding of the purple diver. First, when the flag is clicked, we will make a variable named score. When the flag is clicked, we want to set score at the beginning to 0. So score to 0. And we also wanted to show itself to the screen. So take the show block. And we can make it go to some position. So take the go to block and make it go to x minus 273. And y, go to operators and pick random. You can choose 157 to minus 157. So it will pick random between 157 and minus 157 to set y. So now take the repeat until block from controls, and then we can make it repeat until it's touching the line. So we can draw a line sprite. So for that, you can make it a little thick, like 10, and then draw it by pressing shift so it's straight, and then place it at the end somewhere so it's not so much seen. Yes, you can place it here or wherever you want. Like I'll be placing it here. That's good. And now we don't need to do any coding in the line sprite. So let's go back to the purple diver. So repeat until touching line. So we can rename this sprite as the line. And when the purple diver is touching it, we can rename it as the line. So when it's touching the line, then it will change y, the change x block from 5. So change x by 5. Then take an if block. In the if block, you can select if touching Luca. So when it's touching our Luca, we want it to show a game over screen. So if touching Luca, we can make it broadcast a message by taking broadcast message, a new message named game over. Game over. So we can make a game over screen later. First, let's do the whole coding. So then duplicate this if one and then put it underneath it again. And instead of Luca, select the line this time. If it's touching the line, we want to change the score by 1. So instead of broadcast, we can take the change score by 1 and take the hide block. So it's hidden, and then we can make it wait for some seconds, like we can make it wait for a second, 1 second, and then we can make it go to the same position. So duplicate it and put it here. And then we can make it again show itself. So go to looks and take the show block. Yes. Over here the hide one, and over here the show one beneath and the hide one above. Like this. Now we can do the coding of the winning screen. So when the flag is clicked, we can again make it differently. Forever, and then we can take a if block inside forever, and then you can take the equals to from operators and go to variables and take the score one in the first cell, and in the second one we can type as 10 or any value you want. So when the score is 10, we can make it win. So you can go and broadcast a message, and you can broadcast a message named like game win, or you can broadcast you win. So it will broadcast the winning screen. So now we'll draw a lose screen and the winning screen. For the lose screen, we'll take the red color, a darker shade of red, and no outline for that. Make it like this, the square, and then you can place it at x0 and y0. So it's in the center, and then type with the font marker or any font you like. I'll be choosing the font marker and the color white. So we'll type game over, and then we can make it type some message. First make the game over sprite big like here, and then type a message named the surface monsters were able to catch Luca. For that, were able to catch Luca. And then you can make it big in the center. Little big, not too much. Yes. And put it here. Now our game over screen is painting done. Now we'll do the coding of it. For the game over screen, we'll be taking the when flag clicked, we wanted to go to the x0 and y0. So take the go to block, and then you can make it hide at the beginning. So go to looks and take the hide block. And then when we receive the game over, when I receive game over, we wanted to go to the front layer. So for that, go to looks and take the go to front block. So it will go to front of all the sprites. So now we can make it show itself after going to front, and then we can make it play a small sound. Search for a sound. You can search for the scream option or any sound you like. This one, and go to code and insert it by play sound scream 1 until done, and then you can make the whole project stop until the green flag is clicked by taking the stop all block from controls. So now the coding of the game over screen is done, and you can also rename the game over screen sprite as game over. Now we'll paint a game winning screen. So take the color dark green or any shade you like. I'll be taking the color dark green. Draw a square like we did, and then change x by 0, and Y by 0, so it's in the center. Now you can type again with the marker font and the color white, or any color you want. I'll be typing with white. You win. And then again we can make it broadcast or make it say a small message underneath it, like we did for the game over screen. Like we can make it say you saved Luca from the surface monsters. So you can put it here and make it big, a little small if it's too big. Yes, like here. And now let's go to the coding of this sprite also. And then for this sprite again, like we did for the game over sprite, when the flag is clicked, we want it to go to x0 and y0. So for that, go to motions and take x0 and y0. And then we want it to hide, so go in looks and take the hide block. And then when we receive the you win screen, then it will go to the front like that before. In front of all these sprites, it will go to the front, and then it will show itself. And we can also make this also play a small sound. Go to the sounds library and select the win sound or any other, this one, and then go in code and then upload it from here. Play sound win until done, and then you can make the whole project stop again by going to control and take the stop block. And then our coding is done. Also, you can put all the coding of the purple diver into the orange diver, because we didn't. So like this, put it in the respective places. And also instead of show, we can make it hide by taking the hide block, and then we can make it wait for some seconds, like 3 seconds will be enough. So 3 seconds, and then we can make it show itself. So it will be a little time delayed. It will come later. Now we can check out our game as the coding is finished. So let's switch to the larger screen, and then Luca can move. It scores points when it's saved from the divers, like this. Now our score is 5. You can keep moving from the divers like this. Just avoid them or you'll get out, like this. If the score reaches 10, the you win screen will appear. And let's see what happens if Luca touches the surface monsters. We lose. So thank you for watching, and also if you like the video, do remember to like, share and subscribe.